and this time I'm building a pub. I'm pretty shocked I haven't got round to building a pub already, to be honest, because pub is home from home for me. And if you're British, or if you know people who are British, then you should probably also know that it's a big part of our culture. We do like a drink. So, yeah, I'm still kind of processing in my head why I haven't done this sooner. If anything, I'm a bit ashamed. And if you're watching this, you've probably been to a pub before. If you haven't, and it's because you're underage, then you should turn this off, because this is not for you. But we all know what a pub looks like, and I'm not going to kid myself by saying that this looks like that. But you can see what I'm doing anyway, so I won't really talk too much about the pub. There is one thing I will say about this build, which I look at now, and I don't know how I didn't see it at the time. I'm very disappointed by my lack of vision with the colour scheme. Why have I done brown windows with grey beams? I should have done grey windows or brown beams. So, yeah, once again, I'm ahead of the game. Don't worry about pointing out any flaws in my builds, because I already know about them. Don't worry, don't worry. But, no, instead I would rather talk about anything else. So I thought I would, well, usually I talk about something that's happened, or, you know, something funny that someone's just told me, or something like that. But instead, I'm just gonna just waffle, really, just talk some shit, because I'll tell you why. I've been in a bit of a reflective mood recently, and I've been thinking a lot about how times change, and you know, we're getting really deep today. But mainly thinking about things like changes in age. So, for example, I'm, you know, in my mid to late 20s now, and I remember being in my late teens, early 20s, like it was yesterday. But although in my head I still feel like I'm young, my body doesn't want me to feel that way, clearly. So if you are in your late 20s, or to be honest, I mean, the amount of booze I drink, I'm sure I probably have given myself early health problems. So actually, people of my age might not even relate to this. Might be more people who are like, say, 50. But if you are around my age and these things are happening to you, then you'll understand. If you're not, and you're still young and perky and happy about life, then this is something to look forward to, which is a few things that happen when you get a bit older. So I thought I would dedicate this video to sharing those things with you. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with sleeping. So that changes, because I remember when I was 19, right through until I was, I'd say, about 25. And I did this thing where I would go to bed and then I would sleep. And that was brilliant. But I can't do that anymore. Now I go to bed and I go to sleep, and then I wake up in the middle of the night needing to pee, and then I spend a good hour in the middle of the night awake, still in bed, contemplating whether I can get away with not getting out of bed and just holding it until I wake up. So that's about an hour spent thinking about that, and then if I come to the conclusion that that's not possible, then I'll have to get out of bed and go to the toilet. And that will see me through, probably for another hour actually, until it happens again. So I'm in bed for about 9 hours a night, and I sleep for about 4 of them, which is brilliant. So, I mean, like I say, I'm pretty sure people my age who are mid to late 20s probably don't have this problem. I think maybe I'm an enigma, or I have just done so much irreparable damage to my body that this is just going to be my life now. So, yeah, there's that. And the worst part about noticing things about aging is that I know that if there's someone who's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, a generation older than me, and they're watching this, they're still having the last laugh, because they'll be listening to it thinking, fucking hell, she's complaining and she's in her 20s, you just wait, sunshine. So I almost feel like that's the cruelest part, is not even just knowing what's already changed, but it's knowing what's already changed and that's not even it. More is coming. I've started to get grey hairs, so now I dye my hair. I don't know who I think I'm kidding, but doing that now. Another thing I do with age is keeping track of how often I go to the toilet. So when I was younger, I didn't even think. I just wouldn't even, it would never enter my mind. If I need to go, I'll just go. Now I'll sit there and think, oh, hang on, well, I went 3 times last week. That doesn't seem enough. Perhaps I should try and go. And I'll try and rationalise in my head, okay, what's the ideal amount of times I should probably go to the toilet a week? Let's see and then I'll start getting concerned if I haven't gone enough or if I've gone too much. Never ever thought about that before. And then, of course, there's the hangovers. I remember when I was 19, I would go out on a Friday night and I'd go out on a Saturday night, and I would think nothing of booking myself out for a day of adrenaline-fueled fun on the Sunday or the Saturday after a heavy night. And it would always be fine, because I wouldn't even be tired. Now, if I'm going out on a Friday for a couple of drinks, I won't make plans for the rest of the weekend, because I already know it's going to be a write-off. So there you go, kids. There's plenty more, so many more, but not enough time to go through them. But, I hope I've left you feeling positive about the bright future ahead of you. So who knew that this would be educational as well as entertaining? And before you ask, yes, I do have a teaching background, so I am pretty good at being able to break this kind of news to young people. But otherwise, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.